because I took the red squiggle down. It's gone. If you missed it, I posted a short about it. Honestly, I just hated it. There's no way around it, and I know some people really loved it. She lived a long life, 2 years, but I was just done. The river of life flows on, and we're on to new things. So this is your first look at my new boring white cabinets for now. I do have some changes planned to this kitchen, but I added my tchotchkes up on top. They look so cute, and I added some lights up there so it lights up at night. And I feel like we have a blank slate. Sometimes you just gotta rip the Band-Aid off and start anew, and I feel 10 pounds lighter, honestly. I know it sounds crazy. I felt like the red squiggle was such a part of my personality, and now I'm a new person. And that's a great feeling. I was thinking of adding the little houses that I got when I was in Brimfield on the handles. Don't you think that would look cute? So TBD on that. I'm not doing that this vlog, but ordered a backsplash. I ordered wallpaper for the island. I'm so excited. I also got a projector. Project movies onto the cabinets because it's like a nice blank slate space. So I'm gonna set that up. And yeah, just in for a lot of newness. A new chapter in decorating. It's good to challenge yourself. You know what I mean? So the good news is I bought a really beautiful rug. The bad news is I can't figure out how to get it under my couch. I've been at this for about a half hour now, and it's a large rug and an even larger, heavier couch. It's a gorgeous rug though. I've been looking for a rug for a very, very long time now. The thing is, buying an 8x10 rug, no matter how you cut it, is gonna be an investment, and I was looking at so many rugs, and I could not find one that I loved at a price point that I loved, so I just bought one that I loved. And I think it's perfect for my couch. It's just, how do I get the rug under the couch? Let's try to figure it out. Pickle this time, guys. I don't know how to do this. You know what? Maybe I need to prop up one side. You guys want to talk about innovation and ingenuity? I realized that if I prop up the couch on a pot, then I can slide the rug under while it's propped up. So, not gonna call myself a genius or anything, but this does feel like a woman in STEM moment. I've done a lot of crazy things by myself, but I feel like this might be the craziest. The main problem with this couch, it's heavy. It's not that heavy. It's just because it's round, there's like nothing to grip under it. Like there's no lip to grab onto because it's like fully round. So like grabbing the couch to lift it is really hard. That's like the main issue here. Okay, and for a coffee table, if you watched my Brimfield vlog, you will remember this table, which I got when I was there. It's a vintage, modern table with like a tile top. And I specifically bought this one because I thought that the white would look good with the white birds that are on the rug. And I do have to say, it does look pretty good, so a little pat myself on the back for that. My vision did come together. I just think the blue and the green and the white, it just like works really nicely. And I just like that it's white, it's bright, it's clean. It's kind of a blank slate for whatever I want to put on top of it. My old coffee table was a dark green, and I did like it, obviously, because I bought it, but I felt like at the end of the day, it was too dark, and there were only so many colors that could really go with it. It blended in with my couch. It just like, I don't know, it didn't add anything to the space, and it was too big. This one is the perfect size, it's a unique shape, it's interesting looking, it's vintage, and I just thought that it would look really cool without my tchotchkes on top. Also, you guys, I'm obsessed with fake plants all of a sudden. I got 2 this week, and I have another one on the way, just because I have killed so many plants. I have 2 plants that are alive in my apartment, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm just not a good plant person, and I found these ones on Amazon, and they do the job. They look luscious, and I feel like if you didn't get too close to it, you wouldn't know that it's fake. So I'm gonna put the fake plant here. A little polka dot bowls, like a dark green on one side, and then a lighter green on the other side. I'm gonna put my blue swirly plates that I got when I was in Sweden. And I feel like all these colors, they just work very nicely together. If you watched my Brimfield vlog, you might remember this shelf that I got when I was there, and I was trying to decide what I want to do with it, if I want to put it in the bathroom, or if I want to put it on the kitchen counter. I mean, the thing is about my apartment is that everything moves around, so just because something stays in one spot doesn't mean that it's going to stay there forever. But I thought that it would be perfect next to my couch as a little end table, because it goes really nicely with like the green and the blue. I wish I had 2 of them. It'd be perfect to have one on each side, and it's just the perfect height. It adds like a little character, because I can put my tchotchkes on it. I do need to dust it. It's very dusty. Something I really struggle with when it comes to decorating my home is finding a balance between functional and aesthetic pieces. Obviously, I'm sure it comes as a surprise to no one that I do very well with just decorating for aesthetics and not having any functionality. So for example, I have my mushroom table and stools, which is very cool and very fun to look at, but at the end of the day, it just takes up space. In a New York City apartment, obviously space is very valuable. If I had a house, it would be a totally different story because there would be more room to put stuff. But living in a 2-bedroom apartment, there's really only so many places, and like every single square foot is so valuable. So this year I've really been trying to focus on getting more functional pieces, which I know at the end of the day is not that exciting. Like my dining table, I really wanted it to be functional so I could actually sit at it and have friends sit at it, and it didn't like shake or wiggle or anything. Like I know my strawberry table is very cool and it will continue to live on, but for everyday meals and stuff, it just doesn't work. So this shelf was really something that I needed for functionality, but I do like the aesthetics of it, so I feel like I did a good job at striking a balance. So I do feel like this is a good example of a good job, or even like my coffee table, but it's so hard for me because I really just want to buy things that look cool and look fun and don't really have a purpose at the end of the day, but one can only have so many of those. Corner, I also have this cord that goes to the lamp that kind of sticks out no matter what. So I bought this fabric cord cover. I've been seeing them on social media, and then I don't know. I know that I could probably make one myself and it'd be very easy, but I found a seller on Etsy, so I just bought from them. It's Yoon is Cozy. Yoon is Cozy is the name of the brand. They came in this really cute packaging with like bunnies on it and stuff. I've actually had it for a while. And I think this is perfect because like this little corner is so aesthetic now and you don't want the cord sticking out. So maybe this will look cute. Should I do it before and after? Yeah, let me do that. So I think this is just like a tulle tube, essentially. And you put it over the cord And it makes it look pretty. Oh, pretty. Curious to see what it looks like. I think you're supposed to like scrunch it too, like it's supposed to look like a scrunchie. I am so proud at how my apartment has come together. At the beginning of this year, if you've been following me, you know I really wanted to transform this space, so I got rid of the couch, I added the table, I like moved everything around, I put the TV in the bedroom so there's no more TV in here. I took the squiggle down. I've been making moves. I think the thing is, I didn't have a vision for what I wanted it to look like, but I just started moving things around and like trying different stuff, and I feel like that's the most important thing, to like move the energy around, and eventually it'll lead you to the right thing. Sometimes you just like keep things as they are, and then you wonder why things aren't changing, and it's because you're literally not changing anything, you know what I mean? Wait, it looks so cute. Wait, this is so fun. I also have my timer so that my lights go on at 6 o'clock every day. Okay, so here's what it looks like all covered. I wish it was like a little more scrunchy, like a little more bunched, you know what I mean? But I do think it looks really cool, and it's a statement. I like how the pink looks with the blue and the green too. It's like a nice color combo. I have to paint this wall. And I want to paint this lampshade too. I think I'm gonna paint the lampshade with the same birds that are on the carpet and like have it kind of coordinate. I think that could be really cool. So TBD on that, maybe next vlog. My table also looks super cute. I added my little pillows from Sweden back behind there. I thought that that was nice to just add some texture. I also need to figure out what I'm doing with this wall. I need to paint. I'm in the East Village, and I'm gonna stop into one of my favorite stores in the city, the Derian store, because they have all of their Halloween decorations, and then I saw they had vintage inspired Halloween buckets that are really cool, and I kind of want to get one, so let's go in and see what they have. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love this store, especially during Christmas time, because they transform one of their locations into a Christmas only shop with thousands and thousands of ornaments. It's almost time for Christmas, but for now, we'll just enjoy Halloween. Part about this new rug is being able to sit on the floor comfortably. I am such a floor sitter. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but if I'm hanging out with my friends and there's an option to sit on the floor, I will be sitting on the floor. I just feel very grounded and very comfortable and very at peace. So this rug is just like so cozy and thick. It's actually just as comfortable as sitting on the couch, I feel like, to sit on the floor. And my couch is pretty comfortable. I know some people are going to be outraged that I covered up the wood flooring or like so much of it. But usually when you live in an apartment, there's something written into your lease that a certain amount of the floor has to be covered up. Number one, to protect the flooring, especially this floor. I think it's oak, but it's very sensitive. Even if I drop my phone or I drop, I don't know, something that's not that heavy on the floor, it creates a little dent. And I feel like I noticed some spots that have happened over the last year that like you wouldn't expect to happen. Like the floors here are just very soft and very sensitive. And number two, noise travels really easily, especially in old buildings. And my neighbors upstairs, they're not loud. You can just hear them. And even the people downstairs, sometimes you hear their voices just because sound carries so easily, just because the buildings are old and that's how it is. So I felt like it was important to have the rug just to kind of muffle some of the footsteps and some of the noise. And the vibe with the rug is just better. It's just a good vibe. My feet feel comfortable. Anywho, a new stationery store opened up in my neighborhood. It's called Mr. Boddington. It's just the cutest little stationery store. It's very whimsical. So I went in, and you know me, I will always find something to buy. I found a paper chain little template kit, which I thought was very interesting because who would come up with an idea like this? You know what I mean? This is such a cool, unnecessary, necessary purchase, and you know that I love those. I love something that you really don't need so much that you actually do need it. So I opened it because I was a little confused about what it was going to be, and it is literally just printed paper chain templates. So we have blue on this side and then red on the other, and there's like little dotted lines that you could fold across, and then you can make a very cute paper chain. I feel like this color scheme is kind of my color scheme lately. I was never a blue person my whole life. The color never really called out to me, but lately I love blue. Even if you look back at my TikToks from like last year, there were a couple where I was like, I don't like blue. But now I like blue. I got blue everywhere these days. So crazy. And then pink and red on the other side. So I think I'm gonna make a little paper chain. It says that it's 150 strips of paper, 10 meters. That's long. That's a long paper chain. I feel like I can cover like my whole wall. And I also feel like this is kind of a warm-up for my Christmas paper chains. If you followed along on Vlogmas, I made a very, very long series of paper chains that I strung all the way around my living room for my Christmas party, and they looked so cute. The question is, what side do I do? Do I do all blue with red inside? Do I alternate? Do I do some blue? I think I'll do some blue and some pink on the outside. I think I'm going to do mostly blue because it matches my rug. Hey guys, this is so cute. I love it. I love the red on the inside. Oh my god. This is such a vibe.
I tried the original, it was delicious. They also have cheese and banana. So excited about this, you guys. We made it to the frozen section where we just walk so slowly. Did try. Oh, it comes with two. Tuna fish. Yeah. Chewy and almost like, how exactly do I describe it? It's chewy, but it's also like almost like melt in your mouth. And the outside is crispy.
I actually don't think that I need to do like the red on the outside and the blue on the inside because you can see the red so much. So I just went to a stoop sale and I found this cutie little picture. It's a Vincent van Gogh dupe. I love Van Gogh, my favorite artist. But I thought that this was so unique and fun. Lately I've been really loving black details, like black frames and kind of like bold contrast to colorful print. And I just thought that this was really unique and interesting and only $5. So I picked it up. I thought it could be cute in my kitchen. Maybe hang it up there. I'm trying to fill more of the walls with art. I like hanging art in unusual places, so like too high or too low and not abiding by the typical rules of where to hang things. I mean, usually I do. I have this empty spot right here above the mirror next to the Lennox Spice Village that I have, and it's just kind of like, there's nothing there. So I thought maybe I could hang this up there and it could be fun and interesting, and if I don't like it, I can just take it down. I think it's okay. Is it cute? Maybe. I just love the vintage vibe lately, guys. I'm so into it. I don't know. Maybe it'll stay. Maybe it'll go. TBD. I don't want to change the green on this shelf to something else. I'm not really feeling this green. Maybe I'll change it to some kind of like mauve or something. I don't know. Hey guys, I come to you from my editing deck as I finish up this vlog, and I know that I already touched on this in the video, but I'm looking back at all my B-roll footage and all my aesthetic videos of the living room and stuff, and I just have to say, I am so proud of the way that this room is turning out. At the beginning of this year, I would go out of my way to hide the living room. It just didn't match my aesthetic. It wasn't a place that I even wanted people to come over to because I felt like it didn't really make sense. It wasn't functional. And I just really went out of my way to make this room what it is. And yeah, it did take me 8 months, but I think that's pretty realistic. Like, a room doesn't come together in a month. It takes time, and you have to live in the space, and you have to have people in the space, and you have to see how people move through the space. And I just feel like it's finally in a spot that I'm proud of, and a spot that I want to show people, and I want to have people over in, and I have a little dining nook, I have the couch, I have the kitchen, like everything kind of has its own space. And this is where I wanted to set it up before the holiday season, when I like transform everything for Christmas, because once that happens, like, it's game over. But I hope you guys are enjoying following along on this journey. I just like had a moment to look back and like acknowledge all the things that I've done so far this year, and I'm very proud of myself, and I'm not done. Nor do I think spaces are ever really done. I think you can always add more or like change it around. Yeah, just wanted to like pat myself on the back for a sec, I guess. But I'm gonna end this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had so much fun setting things up. It wasn't so fun getting the rug under the couch, but I'm really proud of myself. The ingenuity was ingenuiting thing. Ingenuity was ingenuitying thing. I don't think that's a word. I was doing things. I was doing things. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here, so I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, see you later.